So my name's Cheryl Evans. I'm the Senior Road Safety Officer for West Berkshire Council. So making sure that those that are on our highways are safe to do so, and whilst they're on there, making sure that they're also keeping other people safe as well. Road safety or work-related road safety is really, really important to us.
Hi, my name's Dan Campsell. I am a Director of Road Safety Analysis, a company that specialises in road safety work. We do an awful lot of research and analysis to support local authorities and other organisations who are really committed to reducing risk out there on the roads. West Berkshire is one of our big clients. We do an awful lot of work with them, specifically through the Safer Roads project in Berkshire. We were particularly interested in the development that West Berks has been through in recent years in the whole area of work-related road safety. They, as a council, have really focused attention on trying to reduce risk to their own employed staff. We've worked with them on developing the policy, seeing how they are implementing procedures to keep drivers safe, delivering education to some of those who might be perceived as being at higher risk. But we've also maintained an interest in where technology and other solutions really could add to their toolbox, as it were, to reduce risk even further for their employee base.
There are things like black boxes that we can actually put into our vehicles as an example, but actually all of our vehicles are actually leased. So to be putting in equipment like that, the lease companies wouldn't allow it. So this seemed to be like a much easier system, something that is portable, so we can put it in and take it back out without any sort of detrimental features to the vehicle itself. And what we've been able to do with Romex is just to make sure what we want for a service has been very much bespoke, and that's most important.
It not only allows you to engage in a different measure of behaviour change, but particularly to be able to monitor and evaluate the effectiveness of those measures because of all of the metrics that it will provide. Romex were a fairly obvious technology partner to work with. Not only have they really shown themselves to be extensively engaged with the road safety community more widely, but they're looking to implement some of those road safety measures into the solution that they're providing for workforce management, as well as many of the tools that are there for workforce management in terms of monitoring mileage and journey times. They've also sought to implement extra features that can improve safety for the user when they're out on the road. Switching off mobile phone technology and connectivity is a key part of that. So those who are driving for work can't make or receive telephone calls when they are in transit. One of the things that we know to be a key distraction issue for motorists at the wheel. We are looking with interest at the data that's being provided by the TeamFix solution, and not only looking at how the technology itself can implement change, but how, in support of other behavioural change techniques, we can see a real uplift in terms of driver improvement.
We want this system to work as an educational process. We want to make sure that they actually understand what we're trying to do to protect them, and as part of our responsibilities to protect them under corporate manslaughter. We see this as a preventative measure. I don't want to have to react to somebody being killed on the road due to our drivers speeding. We've used the system, what we feel in a very positive way, is by introducing Driver of the Week, and we currently have a system where the first 5 top drivers are actually displayed. And what we're trying to encourage under human behaviour in current research is that in a positive way drivers would look to change their behaviour to reach those top 5 places. So since running the system, from the initial pilot where I think the drivers were ultimately feeling that we were just running a system, to then introducing the 5 top drivers, we've had a significant change in behaviour. They've reduced their numbers of incidents, they've increased their mileage with safe behaviour, and it's been a much more positive feel whenever we've come over to see how everybody's getting on. Our initial interest in work-related road safety came from a request from our insurance company for a health check. Basically, for every £1 that we invested into our insurance, we were claiming £1.50 back. So by taking on this project, we've been able to ensure that we keep an eye and make sure that our insurance company doesn't see any increase in its claims. The fleet managers are probably the best ones to answer the question on how easy the system is to use, and they've just been able to go onto the systems. They've had the full overhaul of how to use it. The things that they need is instantly at their fingertips, so if they want to see where all of their drivers are, it's at a push of a button. If they need to look at their route planning, if they need to look at their speeding incidences, that comes instantly. It can be provided in a report, so we're not necessarily spending a huge amount of time on the system because it's set up efficiently enough for us to be able to spend less time. So before the system in place, we were very much in the dark of understanding, once our vehicles left the depot, where they were. Once the system is up and running, we can see if the drivers are stuck somewhere for any length of time, so we can redirect other drivers to prevent them from using that route. And where we've had to react to our service so that we can go from a different point or pick up a different client, we are instantly able to redirect our drivers who are in the vicinity. Where before, what we were doing was waiting for drivers to return. We'd get frustrations and complaints from the end user because they hadn't turned up in time and when they said they were. And often for the drivers, it wasn't necessarily their fault. We know what time they are potentially going to arrive, or if they're late, we can advise the clients ahead of time. There are benefits to using this system for mileage capture, and it is something that we would be looking to use in relation to our grey fleet as well. What I'm most excited about is that we've been able to continue this project, and Romex will form a major part of making sure that our drivers remain safe whilst they're driving on the road, and also that our residents themselves will also fundamentally have a better service from us.
The employer looks to exercise responsibility for their employees, ensuring their safety at all times, in what can so often be one of the most dangerous things that anyone will do during their working day. And we think that this might just be part of the solution.